got 7/10 of a mile to pass him and get back.
Gotcha.
Your exit's coming up. We're too heavy to take off after him real quick. If you had a light load, I'd let you go. But the weight we've got on, we can't get around him that fast and get back. Once you're down the ramp, stay to the left-hand side. It splits.
Gotcha.
Just basically follow all them assholes. Just keep taking it up until it takes it. There you go. Yeah, when I'm downshifting, really, instead of a bump, I just kind of pull it down against it and just start up until it accepts it. Sometimes you might not bump high enough or bump too fast and it goes by. Just start kind of slow, just raise it up, and as the RPMs pass where the two mesh, the gear range would meet up with the road speed, it'll just fall right in.
Yeah, kept it.
All them old cypress trees.
Come again?
All them old cypress trees down there in them sloughs. Way too huge. Go. Tell you what, do there or two when you high beam them, hold it up for about 2 seconds, second and a half, 2 seconds, and then let go of it. Sometimes part of the reason these guys are having a hard time seeing it, are you running with headlights on?
Yes, sir.
When you've got the lights on too, especially since these are halogens, like you're talking about, it takes a second for them to brighten up. They might not be seeing just that quick click because the lights probably don't even look like they're but just flickering. Hold it up a tad longer than what you are and see if that don't help get results. Because it does take those high beams about a second to come up bright. Well, excuse me. happy driving. Hell with him then. You can't please them all the time. Push down. Buy you a push. The arse in the Casness River. But yeah, you can darn sure tell it's windy. Chop on that water. Woo!
Difference from the weather that we're in to the weather that we're here right now.
Yeah, amen to that. It's funny there a couple of years ago. Student driver I had, we were team face, and we were running Honda stuff almost to an exclusion. We were just bouncing back and forth between Windsor Locks, Connecticut, and Laredo, Texas. Down there, just a straight pull between the two of them. And we'd go from frigid ass cold and snow, feet of snow on the ground. And usually by the time we'd come out of Texarkana, if not Texarkana, by the time we'd made Dallas, or depending on which way we'd go, a lot of times he'd come down this same way. He'd come down and cross 30 and down 35. If I was driving earlier, I'd drop all the way down and come across 10. And, you know, running the heat almost full bore up there and then coming down through here and running the damn air conditioning. He and I both, our sinuses were just going, hey, shit. It was horrid. I mean, you go from 8 or 9 degrees to 80 degrees in a day and a half and turn around and go from 80 back to 12 or 14 degrees, and a day and a half later back down to 80. I'm like, good God, will this end? And finally come to, we run up enough hours and everything for him to go to upgrade to get his own truck. And I stopped, I dropped him off at Van Buren. At the time they didn't do with upgrade, but at Van Buren. And, I went in over there and saw Tyler come walking up towards him. He's like, good God, man, you look like death warmed over. And yeah, I'm like, yeah, dude, I've got so much snot in my sinuses right now, I can't, my head's fixing to explode. What the hell's wrong, man? It's not allergies. I'm like, dude, we're going from like 8, 10 degrees in Connecticut down to 80 in Laredo, and then turning around in a day and a half going back, and then back, and then back, and then back. I'm like, this is driving me fucking nuts. He's like, dude, you looking? I'm like, cheap money's asshole. It was. And it tickled the shit out of me too there several years ago. Well, I broke down in Laredo in the week of Thanksgiving. And, they put me up down there in a little hotel. I was there all week. Broke down Friday night and didn't leave again the Friday afternoon, the following Friday. And, it was funny, it'd be like 41 or 2 degrees for the overnight low. And get up into the mid 70s during the day. I mean, to me, that's perfect. I'd get up in the morning, pair of shorts and t-shirt, you know, leave out, and it's brisk out, but the wind wasn't blowing too bad, and I'm like, oh hell, this ain't no thing. Go ahead and slide left one lane and hold them guys down there, man, they were out in their coats, you know, not jackets, coats, hoods up, drawstrings pulled. I'm like, dude, it's only like 40 degrees out here. And y'all are acting like the world's coming to an end here. My dumb ass is out here in shorts and a t-shirt. And y'all are looking at me like, look at the poor little fucking crazy ass gringo, dude. He's fucking gonna freeze to death out here. We're like, oh, dude. That's one thing. I tolerate the cold like you guys tolerate the heat. I said, them guys was laughing at me because they'd have there at the hotel we'd stay at, they cooked it like hot dogs and hamburgers every night, and they were popcorn and nachos and shit, and it was free. And they was giving away beer like Natural Light, but it was free. And everybody meet down in the courtyard of the hotel and eat. And here, like I said, my dumb ass is, of course, by then it's thinking about getting dark. It's already dark. And it's cool again. I'm down there in shorts and a t-shirt. I was cracking up. That fucking crazy fool. Don't you know it's cold out here? I'm like, oh man, it's beautiful out here. It's like y'all still be working. My fat ass will be laid over here in the ditch somewhere dead. 108 degrees, 109 degrees. I see, you know, I'll still be working when it's like 27 below zero, and y'all be over there rolled up in a ball freezing to death. Yeah, I've got too much gravy in my blood for to live in a hot climate. That ain't too far from Raleigh too. We were down there earlier this summer and got called and said, well, we took a load in, and we reset, and then he called me back and said, well, we don't have anything good leaving out today, but if y'all want to hang out there and leave out tomorrow on Tuesday, we've got a great load leaving out there. It goes to Orlando, Florida. I'm like, yeah, no problem, shit. He said, you mind helping out the local driver? They've got a local driver there in Laredo that'll take, and he'll get loads coming back from brokers coming across the border and bring them to the yard, or take loads from the yard and drop off to the brokers to send down to Mexico. And I said, oh yeah, shit, no problem, man. Oh yeah, we'll help him out. And I had already finished my 34, and who the fuck was with me then? I don't even remember. He hadn't, so I started, I guess it was Adam. I started out, and shit, it was so hot out, like you couldn't think. I moved about 9 loads, either from brokers to the yard or from the yard to brokers. And I mean, Adam, he finally finished up his 34, and he's like, man, are you all right? And I'm like, man, I don't feel well, shit. I guess I'll keep going. He's like, dude, you need to stop.
Suffering from dehydration?
Yeah. I went into the fucking terminal there, and my skin looked like you could see through it. No, it wasn't bright red. It was pale white. And I dehydrated to the point I had quit sweating. And I drank. He drove me back up to the truck stops up there and bought one of those. I drank it in 40 minutes. Drank the whole thing. And it was probably 10 hours later before I pissed. But yeah, I was so dehydrated it would be funny. And that local driver, he was just down there chugging along. I mean, all we were doing was just going to pick up a trailer, just to getting out, winding up the landing gear, hooking up the lines, and taking off and going to the terminal. And the problem was, it's just so damn hot. Doing that little bit of work, I hadn't cooled down by the time I'd get to the terminal and would get out and drop that trailer.
I have a question. If you have your passport, you then can go drive it from there into the Mexico, or you just still drop it off at the border?
No, we still drop it off at the border. We don't cross into Mexico. But we do get loads that they'll cross into Canada, but we do not cross into Mexico.
May I ask why?
Safety concerns.
Gotcha.
You really didn't know what you're doing now. Mexico's not quite as developed in a lot of their places. So like finding diesel fuel. would be a bitch for somebody that didn't know. Their road networks aren't in a lot of their cities as well marked and or developed as they are obviously in the US or Canada. And like I say, the diesel network is a big concern.
Gotcha.
Honestly, that's probably their biggest concern.
Kidnappings.
That, theft, yeah, overall crime rate.
That's good.
You know, I'd say it'd be one of them instances if you knew where you were going and it, you know, yada yada hum hum whatever, never got off the beaten path or never got on the wrong path, you'd probably be fine. But just like you make a wrong turn in Detroit, you know, you can be up Shit Creek without a paddle up there, PDQ too. There's quite a few cities in the U.S. that I don't care for. And parts of cities like over the Rhine in Cincinnati is one of the most dangerous areas in the country.
Where?
Over the Rhine.
Where is that, or what
In
is that?
Cincinnati.
Oh, gotcha. What happens there?
Everything. Yeah, violent crime rate in OTR is pretty stout. Damn good place to get killed.